Melanie Martinez, K-12 movie commentary. So all I know about this movie is that a 16-year-old girl from England recommended it, and that she's like a pop star, I think, and it's like an album that's turned into a movie, and it's supposed to be like kind of like horror, and she has half of her hair black and the other half blonde. I don't know if that's her thing, like she's always like that's what she's known for or not, but here we go. Oh, and also it's on YouTube. You can watch it for free. I don't know if that's the gimmick or if it's illegal. I don't know what's going on. I also don't know if she's like a Britney Spears, where it's mainly young girls that like her, or if she's like Katy Perry. I don't know whether she's known in the States or whether she's known only in England. I don't know anything. 48 seconds in, I already like it because it's doing all sorts of weird Alice in Wonderland shit. I already love good music. I love musicals when they're good, but they're rarely good. This could devolve into just like another Katy Perry kind of thing, or it could be something profound. I mean, I guess this is also a review of the music, because I haven't heard this music before, this person. So, yeah. It remains to be seen whether the music is good. The movie is written and directed by Melanie Martinez. So, that's quite ambitious. I can already tell that the sets and wardrobes are incredible. If nothing else, it's amazing. It's really nice to look at. So far, pastel colors. Really, really nice. So she has a beautiful voice. Her song is really well written, well produced. I'm still determining whether she's a Britney Spears or not. I have no doubt that she had help writing that song. She didn't do all of it herself. And now I'm wondering, did she actually write it or direct it, or did she kind of have a lot of people help her, but she took sole credit? Just like, Britney Spears, nobody knows who wrote her songs, but they're good, they're well written. You'll never know who wrote them, though. I'm sure she gets a writing credit, though. Britney Spears probably has a writing credit on all of her songs. I'm expecting this to not really make any sense, to sort of be like what Lady Gaga would do if she made a feature film out of her songs. It would just be a lot of random shit. So far it's a lot of random shit. I don't think anything's going to relate to anything. So far it doesn't. I'm expecting an album of good songs with very pleasant imagery and weird imagery, but no story to speak of. I would look into whether she's a big, huge pop phenomenon right now, but I don't want that to bias my opinion of the movie. I think it's kind of cool that I don't know anything about her. So, spoilers from here on. They're on a bus. The bus crashes and into the water. And then they're going through the water. And then all of a sudden, they're in the sky. The bus is flying. And I'm like, wait a minute. Weren't they in the water? Isn't that that's a bit jarring. And there is no explanation given for what. I'll go with it for now. Maybe they'll explain it later. Or maybe this thing just doesn't exist in any universe. I mean, Alice in Wonderland was crazy, but at least it still had, she was down the rabbit hole and she stayed down there and we knew she was down there. She didn't start flying all of a sudden in the sky. Okay, so her friend just says, I don't know why people are so afraid of death. It's just another part of life. Well, I wouldn't say it's just another part of life. It's kind of like the biggest part of life. It's kind of like a big fucking deal. I don't know why people care so much about, the Holocaust. It's just another thing, So you don't know why a mother would be afraid that her little baby's going to die? It's just another part of life. I mean, hey, I don't know why people are so afraid of torture. It's just life. And then Melanie Martinez replies, you start in the womb, you end in the tomb. And I guess this was just like a clever little rhyme that she thought of and she just wanted to put it in there. It's not that clever. I'm sure it's been done many times. I'll offer, you start in the womb, you make a big boom, and then you end in the tomb. So, wow, look at me. You start in the womb, you live in a room, you make a big boom, and then before you know it, zoom, you're in your tomb. This reminds me of a video Beavis and Butthead reviewed where there's some blonde chick that's like she's riding a unicorn and she's doing all this weird dream shit. And Butthead goes, "This is what happens when you let a hot chick take art class." Oh, a ghost just walked by. So maybe this is like a horror sort of thing. And so then this is what happens when a hot chick makes a horror movie. So she's supposed to be a high school girl. I'm guessing she's 24. I'm going to look it up right now. Yeah, she's 24. April 28th, she turned 24. That's funny. So this movie is basically like, so far, we're like 13 minutes in or something. It's like Tim Burton or Stanley Kubrick if they were 24-year-old girls. And not that smart. Oh, I just realized they're not actually teenagers. They just had nap time. So maybe they're like 7-year-olds in this. She was just using a pencil that's like extra big. So maybe that's what this was going on. It's not so bad that they're teenagers. That's kind of cool. Alright, so I'm furious because I just lost this was like 20 minutes and then the program crashed and I lost all of it. That's okay. So I'll just recap the rest of the stupid movie. If there is a devil and there is a hell, I will be watching this movie for eternity after I die. What to say? Well, at the end, they blow spit bubbles to save the world. They blow spit bubbles. That's the secret weapon. Okay, the music is... I thought the first song was pretty good, but then I guess all the songs sound the same after that, so it either loses its charm or the other songs are shit. I'm not sure. I'll never listen to this bitch ever again. I think I've condensed a year's worth of stupid bubblegum pop music into like 2 hours. It was hell. The movie was released 18 hours ago and it has 600,000 likes. And I'm like, okay, so that's 600,000 retards in the world. I'm sure there's a lot more than that, but we know that there's that many now. I don't know whether I said this or not already, but I can't be bothered to go back and see. So this reminds me very much of a Beavis and Butthead video where they're reviewing, making fun of a video with some hot chick who's riding a unicorn and doing all this shit. And Butthead goes, "This is why..." Hold on. He goes, "This is what happens when a hot chick takes an art class." And it's like, that's what this is. This is like when a hot chick has too much power and she's able to make her own movie. This is what she does. It's a shame that I lost 13 minutes of my commentary, but this is enough. It's okay. Just don't watch this movie, no matter what. No matter what. And I don't know what to say. This is really depressing. This that someone like this exists. Every single thing that happens in the movie is never tied up at the end. She has black eyes all of a sudden. An elf shows up just briefly for like 10 seconds and then never happens again. There's a ghost at the beginning and that never pans out. There's people with rabbit heads. Of course, that's gonna show. It's gonna get some resolution. It's gonna be resolved. No, just rabbit heads. It's just a big mess. In between her stupid songs, awful songs. Anyway, I'm really excited to now live real life. Get away from this. So thank you, Melanie. What's your name? Martinez, for your wonderful contribution to the canon, to the history of art. This is a worthy inclusion. We'll put it right in between Mozart and Bach and Picasso. Yeah, you're up there, honey. You're doing a good job. Oh, and by the way, I was like, how old is she? She's playing a high schooler. How old is she really? And I'm like, she's like 24. And then I looked it up, and it's like 24. So I got that right. Yeah, so I don't want to spend more than one more second on this piece of shit. What the fuck this was. What a fucking insult. What an insult to humanity this movie was. Oh, God. It wasn't even Britney Spears level music. It wasn't even David Lynch worthy bullshit. Alright, so on to better things. Don't watch this video of mine. Oh. If you like gays, click like. If you like blacks, comment. If you like women, click notification bell. If you like gay women, subscribe. And if you like gay black women, Patreon, human warnings.